This video introduces tips and shortcuts that will speed up your actual work sessions. Let's say you need to chamfer this collection of curves wherever there is an intersection. To do that, go to the toolbar, cascade the menu below, fillet curve, select chamfer, and finally complete the operation. This is fine to do once, but if you need to do it hundreds of times, will become incredibly time-consuming. Here are 8 alternative and more efficient methods. First, hovering over the fillet button and holding Shift makes a tooltip appear with the options Move or Edit. Right-click for Edit and a new menu appears. Select Float to Top and OK. And now once we have selected chamfer from the Cascade menu, it will replace fillet as the cover icon. So we can go back to this command without having to enter the Cascade menu again. Second, we could use the upper ribbon of toolbar tabs to display the curve toolset. Chamfer is now directly available from the sidebar. Third, hovering over the chamfer button prompts another tooltip that represent options for left and right mouse clicks. The normal left click gives chamfer curves, but right click initiates chamfer curves repeat. With this command, you no longer need to reselect the menu button. Rhino finishes the first operation and automatically goes to asking for the next input. Not every command has a repeat option available. If you are using trim instead of chamfer, for example, you need another solution. Tapping the right click, spacebar, or enter key after completing a command immediately repeats that command again. This is a method you'll use constantly, possibly more than any other input in Rhino. It's very convenient and can be done without interrupting your workflow or thought process at all. Fifth, you could of course just use the command line and type CH. The autocomplete already recommends chamfer after only 2 letters, so there's no need to type the entire thing. It's worth pointing out here that Rhino's autocomplete is adaptive, so typing TR will not initially give trim as the first option, but triangulate mesh. Over time, you will likely use trim much more frequently than triangulate mesh, and Rhino will learn that trim should be moved to the top of the list. If you don't want to wait, it is possible to override the autocorrect by creating a keyboard alias, which is the 6th method. Go back to the option menu, find aliases, and select New. In the alias column, type TR and under command macro, add trim. Notice that the other macros have some symbols before the command begins. Here, the underscore character indicates that the command following is written in English and executes the command in English even if you have changed the system language. The apostrophe, that appears before the zoom aliases, for example, allows the command to occur while another command is open without interrupting it. So zooming to the extents while drawing a curve will not force you to restart that curve. The exclamation mark cancels any open command. This is required for any geometry commands which cannot be nested. These indicators aren't absolutely necessary, but they do make the macros more robust, so add an exclamation mark and underscore before trim before clicking OK. Now typing TR and enter or spacebar will call the trim command every time. You might also do this if you are used to certain AutoCAD shortcuts and you want to replicate them in Rhino, such as replacing MO with just M. It is also possible to directly edit buttons. In the first tip, we saw the button editor menu when enabling the float to top option, but there's more that can be done there. If you want to add a lot of short line segments, it is possible to use the spacebar to repeat, but there is an even more efficient option. Go to the line button, hold Shift and right-click to open the button editor. The left mouse button entry is filled in, but the right side is blank. Copy everything over from the left to the right, and then make a few modifications. First, change the tooltip name to repeat lines so that we have a visual reminder of what the right-click option does. Next, edit the command by adding an asterisk in front. This is a code that instructs Rhino to repeat the command once it has finished. Click OK. Now there will be a right-click option to the button that allows us to directly add line after line. Lastly, one interface that I like using a lot is the middle mouse button menu. The default settings do not feature the types of commands that are really needed as shortcuts, but it is possible to customize this menu entirely. Select and drag at the top of the menu so that it stays on the screen. Reopen the button editor from the chamfer command with Shift, right-click. From the text fields, Select and copy the right button command. Close and return to the pop-up menu. Open the editor where you currently have Render Viewport. Paste the command in its place and add the simplified chamfer command to the left mouse button field. Rename the tooltips and title text. Now you need to fix the icon. Click OK to save the progress so far. Return to the chamfer button editor and click on the icon in the top right. Go to Edit, then Copy, and return to our Edit button. Do the same thing, but edit and then paste, and then select OK to complete.